Guys, it really hurts to see how far Dave Chappelle has fallen. Not gonna lie. But he's gone. He's long gone. There were 250 comedy assassins when Trump got into office. There's now 16 remaining. The sweet 16. It seems like every day a new comedy assassin bites the dust.
You vote for the person or not, that's your president. This is an authority figure. This is the top law enforcement agent. He's the top, he's the executor of all of America's affairs. And I just have to move my crowd. You can opt out of my crowd. But you shouldn't have to leave America because the president's making the block too hot for you. So and I did resent that the Republican Party ran on transgender jokes. I felt like they were doing a weaponized version of what I was doing. I didn't. It's not what I was doing. I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
This is before I learned the phrase "I respectfully decline," and I was on Capitol Hill, and everybody ran up to take pictures with me from every congressional office. And I just take pictures with whoever asked. I didn't ask how they voted, what their voting record is. And everyone at first was like CBC people. And then here comes Lauren Boebert. And she said, "Can I get a picture?" And I'd already taken 40 pictures. I didn't want to say no in front of everybody. But I didn't know the phrase, "I respectfully decline." So I just took the picture. And then she posted a picture before I could even get from there to the show and says something to the effect of, "Just two people that knew that it's just two genders." She instantly weaponized it.
Do y'all remember the skit, the legendary skit of the blind black man joining the KKK? Clayton Bigsby, I think his name was. Just leaving that there. So let me get this straight. Dave Chappelle, a man who's been making jokes about racism his entire career, didn't realize that the right, or even the far right, would weaponize his transphobia? What?
What? Huh?
Anyways, this video is going to be about my former comedy goats. Not joking. You got to be like, dude, I'm 32, man. Growing up, man, I freaking, all I did was watch the Dave Chappelle show. I mean, there's so many quotes about it that, it's just forever intertwined with my childhood. But you know what? You live and you learn. But if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I truly appreciate it.
And I did resent that the Republican Party ran on transgender jokes. I felt like they were doing a weaponized version of what I was doing.
Why can't a comic ever admit when they're wrong? Like, seriously, name me one comic in recent memory who has admitted when they were wrong. Oh, wait. Norm Macdonald in 2018. But still, these comics nowadays, all they do is play the victim card. They don't want no accountability. God forbid you give them any sort of constructive criticism. Like, they're completely unapologetic. I'm just sick and tired of this new crop of comics, man. And it's not even like Dave Chappelle is a legend, but this man has been free-falling since he came back into the spotlight. These comics are so egotistical. It literally burns them to apologize for any of their wrongdoings. It burns them. My freaking cat is more apologetic than these asswipes. And she sent me to urgent care yesterday. I accidentally woke her up. That's another story for another day. But still, I'm just sick and tired of these buffoons.
You are not a trans person. And there are people who feel like it's different when you are part of the group that has been attacked, hurt, demeaned, etc. And then if you're outside of that group and you're having commentary about it, it causes feelings. And what do you say to people who feel that in some occasions you're punching down?
Well, okay, this is a conversation that I'm,
You're bored by, sick of?
I'm not sick of it. I don't want to be dismissive to that sentiment, but I don't know. That's a tough one for me because so much of that was a media phenomenon. What was happening in actual life versus how the media was reporting on my show. And I feel like the way they reported on that show was rage baiting to some degree. And there's so many different branches to talk about it. But I would say that, not everything is for everybody.
Do you feel like your jokes are misrepresented or
I do.
you think they're misrepresented? for a purpose, which is to
It's almost, well,
get
some of the
clicks,
reporting
whatever.
was as if they almost reported on it as if I was doing something other than a comedy show. But if you're a person that is very angry or passionate about something, and you're afraid that you're going to be misrepresented or misconstrued, and you feel like you have to police comedy to get your point across, you should assess your point.
Not everything is for everybody. You're right. Like, this fascism right now that is like looming over my head, it's not for me. But damn it, according to Dave Chappelle's logic, not everything is for everybody. For years, and I mean years, Dave Chappelle has resorted to the same old bit, the same old transphobic jokes. And initially he got flack at the very beginning, and since then this man has been doubling down. Just overall hack-made, anti-woke, over here stating, trans women are delusional men. Like, come on, it's just the same old BS now, bro. Like, Dave Chappelle, within this span, was making Rogan-type jokes. Not even, like, Dave Chappelle is a far superior comedian than Rogan is, but he's resorting to Rogan comedy behavior. But now that Trump has like one of the lowest popularity in modern history, it definitely seems like anybody and everybody are doing their best to disassociate themselves from him. Even though Dave Chappelle never outright, backed Trump during his campaign, it definitely was fence sitting. Trump did use Chappelle's transphobia in his 2024 campaign, but never mind that. In general, just like attacking marginalized groups, punching down. I feel like that's what comedy is nowadays. Just punching down. Comedy back in the day, I'm over here sounding like a freaking boomer, but comedy back in the day was always punching up. Always punching up. Now that you see Rogan, you see fucking now Chappelle. They're over here, breeding a new set of crop of comics who would do the same thing in the future. Chappelle just did the classic thing. Just ran with the anti-woke crowd, ran with the trend. As a matter of fact, just kidding. Chappelle is transgender. This dude ran with the trend so much so that he now identifies as transgender. Trend. Do you get it? No, you don't? Okay, no, I don't. It sucked, actually. That was horrible.
I've had people say this to me, like I've interviewed people to say, well, what do you like about him? They say, he's funny. Do you think he's funny?
Maybe if he wasn't president, I think that was funny. Or maybe at times, I do think, that's wearing thin. There are funny things about him. Like if I were to talk about him, I could, it would be funny. But I think what he does is so consequential. And so much of these things, in my lifetime, I've never really seen anything, a phenomenon quite like him. And I'm not trying to be political, but it's remarkable.
So Chappelle really said what he does is quote unquote consequential. And you definitely see Chappelle doing his best, again, to disassociate himself from the right-wing MAGA crowd that, a lot of them used his jokes, and his jokes mainly, to empower their overall political ideology. And I'm just like, Dave Chappelle is a smart dude. Whether you like him or not. Him over here playing the dumb card, playing the innocent card, as if he didn't know the repercussions of his own actions, of his own voice, of his own massive platform, and over here being oblivious that the right wing would eventually just weaponize his transphobia. Miss me with that, dude. You know what I mean? As a matter of fact, I think that speaks more to Dave's character. I think that speaks more of his cowardice. I think that's a huge, it hurts me to say it, but it's a huge coward move. It's a huge coward move. I know for a fact he is smart enough. He knew, he saw the foresight. He knew that this would eventually happen, but he sold out. He sold out so much so that he even had Elon Musk on stage a couple years ago.
Make some noise for the richest man in the world. Cheers and boos, I see. It sounds like some of them people you fired are in the audience.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the man with the skinniest penis in the world. Yeah, Not gonna lie, maybe Dave Chappelle is forever indebted to Elon Musk because Elon legalized his profession.
Like, you can't make fun of anything. So then it's like, comedy sucks. It's like, nothing's funny. You can't make fun of anything. It's like, legalize comedy. Yeah.
Legalize comedy.
Legalize comedy.
Oh, he does have a skin peen. I know skin peen energy when I see one. And I'm not trying to attack the, skin peen community, but like, he's there with you. Like, just let it be known. He can give you a paper cut with his thing.
That the Saudis killed Jamal Khashoggi in the embassy in Turkey, and you knew that when you went, right?
Oh, absolutely. Now,
You
I should tell you,
you had no qualms?
I won't say that. They asked me to go years before that, and I said no for that very reason. Since that time, the United States government does business with the Saudis. Netflix does business with the Saudis. Everyone, the Saudis finance tons of movies. All these, I know, I see them financing boxing matches and all these things. And none of these things were an issue until I went there. And why is that? As soon as a black man can make money off the plantation, they try to tell you that the money is dirty. Well, okay, I'll go home and spend the money with actual slave owners on it. Where is this clean money you're talking about?
But you said you hesitated for years to go, the years you didn't go. So what made the difference for you?
Time and circumstance, time and the wheels of commerce kept turning. If you want to be that pure about money, then stop driving your car, stop eating, don't use your cell phone. Everything is tethered to something that's just terrible.
Dave. Dave really used the classic, but everybody else is doing it, so why can't I? Come on, dude. You're smarter than that. Dave is like 40 times smarter than me. I don't know why I used the number 40, but I did. Let me get this straight. 250 comedy assassins went to Saudi Arabia for that the Riyadh Comedy Festival, just to be censored and policed by the royal family, for them to come back and bitch and whine about, oh, free speech this, free speech that. Fuck out of here. These complete hypocrites, man. I'm just like, everything. Their actions never meet up with their words. Why can't anybody in this modern day and age just pull out this card? Bruh, I just wanted the bag. Like, seriously, I just wanted the bag. That's all you need to say. Just be dead honest. Just say, I wanted to get paid, and that's it. And I'm just like, you know what? I can at least somewhat respect that. Actually, I would respect that. But instead they're going to come here, beat around the bush, and try to point to somebody else, try to have no accountability whatsoever. Like him punching down Dave Chappelle, you're pretty much empowering bigotry, going on an anti-cancel culture crusade. I don't know, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I truly appreciate it. Till the next video. Peace, y'all.